There is no better man who lived on earth than the Lord Jesus Christ when he was born in the flesh. But he said in the book of John, chapter 16, verse 33, let us read, Brother Daniel.
These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world.
The Lord Jesus Christ himself saying, these things I have spoken unto you, that in me you might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation. It seems that tribulation is inevitable for Christians to experience because we are in the world. In the world of injustice, in the world of struggle, lies, chaos, in the world of so many men living in injustice, greediness, all sorts of evil, we will not be very, very sure in our lives that we will not have tribulations or problems. You see, the world is a good place, but it was turned to be a miserable place because of human transgressions and disobedience to God's law. According to a study recently made by some experts, the world can feed as much as 15 billion people at one time without anyone going hungry or dying of hunger. It is according to an estimate. There was a study sometime in the past that the earth can be a convenient place to live for 15 billion people at one time who will be fed sufficiently by the world, by the capacity of the ocean to produce fishes and the land to produce animals and etc. But now we are only half of that estimated population of 15 billion because we only have now something like less than 8 billion people. But many are dying of hunger, many have lost their jobs, many are less favored, but only a few. In the world, only about 15 families owns almost all the resources of this planet. Only 15 families enjoy everything in life. Poor being made poor, poorer, and the rich accumulating vast amount of fortunes and wealth which their family up to the 10th generation cannot consume anymore. But they don't have that virtue of love and compassion to the poor. If only the richest man on earth, like Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos, will give the interest of their money to the people of Africa where millions are dying of hunger, no one will die of hunger in Africa. Only the interest of their money, of their fortune. The estimated wealth of Jeff Bezos, who turns to be the world's richest person now, is $204.6 billion. Meaning, the interest, legal interest that money will earn in the bank is enough to feed millions in Africa. where millions are dying of hunger. If only these rich persons on earth have learned the virtue of compassion to the poor, we will be comfortable. You will not lose your job. You will not be suffering, or your family either will be suffering from lack of necessities in life. These are things that are entangled one to another, that causes the poor to be more poorer and the rich to be richer. Not to mention other billionaires in India, in your country. Your country has many billionaires also. But why is it that there are Indians who also suffer hunger? There are 1.2 billion Indians. 80% are poor. Because we are on this world of greed. So it is inevitable. The Lord Jesus Christ have said that to the apostles. I am saying this to you, he said, that you may have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulations. So as Christians, we have to accept that. We will really encounter tribulations on earth. It is not because of our sin, but because of the sin of the entire human population. The recklessness of the loggers that cut down all the trees that have grown 500, 300, 200 years ago. They cut it in our time. They did not anymore plant the replacement. Now, forests are denuded and there is mass flooding. There are landslides, etc., causing the poor to suffer. Why? Because of the imprudence of the sectors of society who maybe they believe they own the world. They are not willing to share to the poor. That's the reason of our poverty, because of greediness. And that is very much prevalent in our times. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verses 1 up to 5, Brother Daniel.
This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such, turn away.
You see that those enumerated by the Apostle Paul, in the last days, perilous times shall come, because people will be lovers of their own selves. They only love themselves, not others. They are covetous, that is greediness, boasters, etc. And in verse 3, it says, without natural affection. Mankind naturally should have affection for one another, care, compassion, but it was lost by humanity. They are without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of God. That's why the billionaires are spending billions for their pleasure, wherein they cannot donate or they cannot give $100 to the poor in the street. You will see they have mansions all over the world. They have private planes decorated with so much gold. They have yachts that cost billions also. All the luxuries in life. But to look at around them and to feed the hungry, it is not in the plan of so many billionaires on earth. Imagine only a yacht will cost $1 billion. How many people can be housed in that kind of yachts? Only a yachts for pleasure of the billionaires. That is worth $13 billion. You know how much people can be housed in that $13 billion yacht? If you are going to put that in construction and build house for people, only the yacht of them, $13 billion. How about their jets, their private planes? So they have all the things money can buy. But the poor have nothing. But out of love for themselves only, they have lost their natural affection. God endowed men with natural affection. We are naturally created by God good. But we were deceived by the enemy of the Lord, making us so greedy, only loving ourselves, and we have lost natural affection and love for others. This explains, according to the Bible, the hardships being encountered in our times by the poor. But if there is an equal distribution of resources, if there is a fair distribution of resources, and there are not many greedy people on earth, others will have opportunities also to earn, to live only a simple way of life, but without being hungry or without being naked. But the reality shows to us now that it cannot happen, and it will not happen because of man's greed. But there is a hope, Brother Ben. The Lord Jesus Christ guaranteed the first century Christians, "Be of good cheer. I have overcome the world." In spite of tribulations, we must only continue hoping and trusting on God, and He will not leave us alone. I am a poor man like you, Brother Venu. I started from nothing. I started preaching the gospel sometimes 55 years ago. I do not even have money in my pocket. But with God's help, we can overcome. With the help of the Lord Jesus Christ, we can overcome all these